have you ever kind of felt confused about where you fit?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in 95. I mean, I feel like maybe we talked about this one time, and you told me there was like a word for this. No, for when you're like right stuck in the middle.
Zillennial.
Generation fucked.
Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah.
So, welcome to Drunken Wisdom, the podcast where we find wisdom through beer and alcohol, but you want to do it?
Well, the man, the beast, the legend, Matt versus Japan.
Really raising the bar there.
Well, I mean, to Japanese learners,
to a
you're
very
kind of an OG.
small subsect of...
To a niche of the internet, you're an OG.
Yeah.
You know,
at this point.
we can appreciate that. So we're happy to have you here.
Well, thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we just jump into some interesting questions?
Yeah. What do you not miss about the U.S.?
Honestly, I don't miss anything about the U.S. besides my family, pretty much, and a couple friends. But that's really it. I pretty much never got homesick since moving here.
That's what I've frequently told people. I mean, that's the honest answer. That's what I've often said myself.
Yeah, I've had the same experience.
Yeah.
I actually want to know, for the people that do get homesick and miss, what is it? I'm kind of curious, actually. What are the common things people say?
It's funny, my sister, she hated that, no matter how much she improved her Japanese, no matter how much she tried to do this or that, they would never see her as an equal, and I'm like, dude, who cares?
I mean, I think expectations are really important because, you should know if you're going to go be an English teacher in Japan that that's, a joke job. And, if you go in knowing that that's, hey, this is my ticket to get to Japan, it gets me a visa, gets my foot in the door, and maybe I have time to go and have fun because it's not going to require that much from me, then you could probably have a good time, and a lot of people do.
Sounds like both of you guys kind of knew the culture a little bit before you decided to move. You learned Japanese, you watched anime, and you were familiar with, how the people were. And the only thing I knew was that Japan was a strange little country on the east side of Asia, and that you can't become Japanese. I was like, okay, I did know that. I did know that. So I was.
Well, that's an important expectation.
Right. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to be Japanese. There's no way in hell that I can be like these people. But at the very least, I can escape all of the bullshit happening in America, and maybe start my life anew.
Okay, that segues to an interesting topic.
Okay.
The dress code.
Yeah.
The unconscious dress code. A very prevalent American attitude of dress is so much contingent on your perspective of it.
Right.
Of do I feel like it's important enough? Whereas in Japan it's kind of the reverse. It's kind of I want to make sure that I'm always respectable to the public environment. And I appreciate that. Just naturally from my sensibilities, I appreciate that viewpoint more than the inverted aspect.
I mean, that's a really interesting topic because I can honestly understand both perspectives, and I kind of appreciate both. The thing you said about Japanese people, I think it goes beyond people's physical appearances. It's the packaging for everything in Japanese culture. If you buy anything, even just chocolate at the convenience store, it's packaged in a really thorough, well thought out way. You can tell they put probably just as much thought in the packaging as they did in the actual thing. And a lot of times I appreciate that. I'll buy something, it's super easy to open, it's really convenient, and then it makes you think how come everything in America has shit packaging? Even just basic shit potato chips. It's they think more about you're gonna open it here, and then it's not gonna explode, and you're gonna be able to put it back easily and stuff. But at the same time, there's times where I'm just well, what really matter is the thing itself. If we get too caught up in the packaging on the surface level manifestation, isn't that shallow, or are we getting kind of we're getting caught up in the trivial stuff? I go back and forth. I kind of feel both ways because for most of my life I was someone who I didn't really care about fashion just because I was I would rather put all my mental energy and my resources into stuff that I cared more about. But coming to Japan definitely helped me, or it led to me building more of an appreciation for that.
Yeah, I think that it also goes for attitude as well. So not just fashion, right? Maybe I'm failing in the fashion department, but especially because when I was in America growing up, I kind of had a hard time in school when I was in middle school and a little bit of early high school, and then I came into my own and everything was fine. I didn't really care anymore. But a lot of your psychology and who you are develops when you're 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
And in that time, I remember I was always thinking of that famous quote, I'd rather be hated for who I am than to be loved for who I'm not. If people hate me for the authenticity, whatever, as long as I'm being real to me, it doesn't matter. And maybe about 6 or 9 months into studying Japanese, I had a pen pal, and we were talking about like, you know, our troubles with work and getting along with other people, and she's like, yeah, you know, I just like, no matter how hard I try, I can't fit in with all these people. So I dish out that quote, and I'm like, you know, just be real. You know, there's no problem with being yourself as long as you know, it's the true you. And she tells me that like, I would rather be loved for who I'm not because I'm not bothering other folks. And I'm like,
yeah, it's like so Japanese.
yeah, right? And so like, it was so hard for me to wrap my head around that for the first year. But after coming here and seeing that, you know, there's still like a great effort put into keeping the peace. So I think in a certain sense I found a balance between being real but also not annoying.
Wait, did you do, because this was like a trend back then, and I think it's a good thing that it's less of a trend now, but the Heisig method.
Yes, I did that. Actually,
do you stand by it? Because I felt like it was a meme. Honestly, I think it was
I'm very guilty in propagating that meme.
So there are definitely people in the audience right now who are like, I don't know what the fuck the Heisig method is. Could any of you explain in just a couple of sentences what even
It's
is?
an autistic way to think you could hack learning the Japanese kanji faster. And you can't. Like, what is it like?
It's trying to learn just the kanji without learning Japanese.
Okay.
So
Yes.
instead of like learning what word the kanji goes to, you just learn it. You assign an English word to every kanji. It's funny because like I did like a lazy shitty version of it, and it actually worked pretty well in hindsight. But at the time I was like, oh, I should have done it properly because my lazy version, you know, it didn't work as well. So then I made this YouTube video and I spent like a month on it. It's like a half-hour long video. It's like one of the best videos I ever made. Just making this super thorough logical argument about why the Heisig method is the best way to learn kanji. And it convinced like thousands of people to do it. And then everyone had like the most terrible time because it's so hard to like execute. It's so rough. And so then later I realized like, oh, this is like terrible. Like, because like, I mean, my own students were like suffering so hard. And I was like, oh yeah, this is like not how I thought it was going to play out. So then I came up with like a new method that like made it fixed all the problems. But like because my original video was so good, no one like everyone thought I was just trying to make new shit for the sake of like they're like, oh no, you're just washed up now. Like I'm sticking by your original video.
I do have JLPT N1 in December though. I'm kind of dreading.
Yeah, I'm actually also taking it for the first time in December.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna study or anything.
We might be in the same room.
We might be in the same room.
What we'll say about the JLPT though is like it's a little bit like the SAT, where it's a little bit like you have to study the test more than you actually have to study the skills.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just don't like how like a lot of people. So like, if you need JLPT for a job you want to get or for a visa that you want to get, then I get it. But there's a lot of people who are like, they have no plan on going to Japan or getting a Japanese job, but they just make the JLPT the basis of all of their studies because that's kind of just how it's presented to you as like by default. It's just like, oh yeah, JLPT, that's like the test, that's default, that's the path. So they're just like, okay, I'm going to start studying for N5 and then I'll study for N4 and I'll study that. And it's like, well, do you need the certification? Because if not, it's a terrible way to get good at Japanese. You know, that you're learning like business words that you're never going to use and all this shit. It's like, if you look, why are you learning Japanese? Most people it's because they want to understand anime and make Japanese friends. It's like, well then just study real life everyday Japanese. You know, it's totally different than JLPT, and that's what like it's like whatever your goal is, study for your goal. Don't study for this arbitrary test that was made by some organization that has nothing to do with you. You know.
Dude, it is so cool hearing you say that because I remember like when I first started all of this, it's like because you mentioned like people feeling guilty. It's like, oh, I'm fucking up. I'm not doing this right. I have no goal to take the JLPT. I have no method. I'm just going day by day.
Sounds like you were really gaslit.
Yeah, like it probably was, you know. But just like all these years later, it's like okay, you know, I guess I feel good for trusting my gut. I'm old enough to remember a time when like you know the internet was somewhat prehistoric. I mean, I don't know, like early YouTube, and that was a time watching like Super Mario 64 videos and just.
Yeah, like I was a real YouTube early adopter because I mean I think the first video I ever uploaded was like 2007 or 2008.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You actually uploaded.
Yeah, and they're still up there. Like when I was in middle school, I used to skateboard, and skaters were one of the first adopters of YouTube.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I would upload skate videos and stuff, and my skate channel is still there.
Wow.
I have a video. I have this other random channel where I'd edit videos with Windows Movie Maker. I have one of my friends
Yes.
doing like I remember I uploaded this video that my friend like we made this tech deck video. You know tech deck.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. And it was called like Crazy Tech Deck Master or something, and it got like 5,000 views, and I was like, dude, my video went viral. That's 5,000 views.
2007. That was
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, are people gonna recognize me in the streets now?
Yeah, Matt, seriously, it's been a pleasure like being able to talk to you for the podcast. I hope this isn't the last time that we do this.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we could keep going for hours.
Yeah, no, seriously, dude. Alright, well that was Drunken Wisdom. So, Scrotly Mutley. Peace out.